Hope it is good now.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Acha, we have one more faculty, Dr. Manohar. He's just joined. He's from Pondicherry. I'll introduce you later. There are many faculties who will come. You will meet them one by one. So let me straight away share my PPT. You all have had have meetings in the colleges, probably with the management, with the dean, or sometimes with your departmental meeting, interdepartmental meeting for various purposes. Generally, can you recall, any one of you can share this with me, that you can recall that a meeting was completed at timely, maybe half an hour, it was completed timely. It was good discussion. Can you just share one incidence like that? Okay, you can share other incidents where the meeting was very boiling, no outcome. Can you share incidents? Yeah, can you share? One person has not joined now. Okay, see, there are times when the dean called me for a meeting, and when we were young lecturers, called many people for the meeting. The meeting was suddenly cancelled. Maybe he had a schedule. Second was also, we were made to wait for a long time. Third was, there was nobody to listen, everybody was talking. Ultimately, there was no points taken down. So from all this, we thought that these meetings are not so good and useless. I mean, it's a waste of time. Let's have a cup of tea and come back. But when we work in a team, we need to be in a team. You have seen a football player, before they start playing, they get together, they literally get together, hug each other in a round, and just excuse me, hello? Okay, okay. Yeah. मेरा class है. So they get together, they say a prayer, and you know what they say? We are going to win. That itself is the good start for them. And in that, what is the role of each football player, Meenakshi? Do they have the role? Maybe in a cricket team, you can share in any team. Come on, Arun.
Ma'am,
You
one has an assigned role.
Yeah, what assigned role is that? Come up fast.
Yeah, either like in a cricket team, either one is a bowler, as a specialist slip fielder, or a wicket keeper.
And they all take the orders from the captain.
Captain.
Whether they like it or not, they do take. But the captain also should know that these are all esteemed players, right? So with this a little background, you have understood what am I going to talk. Let me share my slide. I think here the share is, we are trying WebEx because we found that day that the WebEx was quite good, and Chinmay has WebEx. Otherwise, we'll go back to our Zoom only, because I am very savvy with the Zoom. Okay. So now, team building and team dynamics. Look at the word, it's team building. A teamwork should be successful. For that, we should have a vision. What am I going to talk about today? What is the meeting that I want to have with my team, which is going to have probably a cultural show in the college or making a timetable at the end of the year for the next year? I need to find out what all the communicate with others, what is their idea. I need to put my effort to work in the group as a work team member. We want to achieve results. There are lots of things. We want to partner together. So today the learning objectives are how to make effective small groups. Can you see that in it? Italics I have written.
Yes, ma'am.
So small groups, and recognize situation where group performance is more effective than individual performance. Have you seen in a group one person keeps on talking loudly? He keeps on putting somebody else down. Sometimes, see, all these are human behavior which calls for some attention, that that person internal personality or suffering comes out. But so we need to be empathetic. We cannot say you shut up. Okay. We need to describe the roles and skills that contribute to effective small groups. What is Narendra's role? What is Jyoti's role? What is Arun or Meenakshi's role in the meeting that you will have now? I have to be very clear with that, or you have to be very clear. Describe the stages of small groups, how you form a group, how you work in the process, and how you succeed. Okay, so the objectives today we will achieve: how to make a team, small group, how I will be a team member, what should be my behavior, what are roles and skills to be a team member, and how it works, small groups, how does it work? So now there is an activity which is generally done physically, but since you are online, I'll ask you questions only. There is a river which all 10 of you have to cross. All the 10, are you listening? You have to cross the river.
Yes, ma'am.
The river is full of alligators. And now you have a bridge. If you slip below that whatever landing is there, you will be eaten by the alligator. Can you see this? I'll show you the real picture also. So there is a water around the small bridge, which is there, which is a small area. But then how would you cross the river? How would you cross the river? Now can you see? It is a make-do bridge. It's not a permanent bridge. And it's a narrow one. So if you fall, the person is gone. Why? Because it's full of alligators. Now tell me, what is your strategy to cross the river? Now tell me. I'll give you 1 minute for all of you to think what you will do. Only 1 minute, okay? So, okay. So 1 minute to all of you to think about how you will act. Come on, the time starts now. I have given you some time to tell me, Jyoti, how will
Yes,
you
ma'am.
cross this bridge with all your 10 members safe here, and you will get a boat here. But before that, can you see the alligators are there? And Narendra doesn't know to swim. You may know, but I'm just telling her. And also, Meenakshi doesn't know. There are two non-swimmers, but no, swimming karega to bhi it's going to be in the
Two
alligators.
long streamers.
Yeah. So how will you? It's long, you're saying, but still you have to cross. How will you cross?
By tying the rope to the person.
If the bridge is there to cross, no, ma'am.
There is a bridge to cross, but if I start walking, I may wobble and I'll fall down.
Hold each other's hand.
Then
we have to.
even if you hold,
you
you
can be
person have
carried
to be.
also by someone else.
Yeah, there are strategies now. How to hold? Who will be first? Strong member, bold member. Who will be last?
Whoever is strong,
who will be
they
in the
will
middle? Who will be in the middle? Who will hold? And how one by one? If you say one step, two,
whoever is stronger, they will hold, or if all make a group and they'll carry.
Yeah, no, it's not easy to carry. It's not easy to carry. So, what I want to now tell you is that
the captain of the group, he will move fast to motivate the others one. So, and providing helping hand or some rope to cross the bridge.
So this was a hypothetical situation. You need first, before starting crossing the bridge, you need to talk to your team. You need to talk to your team. You need that each one's role, who will be first, who will be second, I said. Similarly, if you are having an event in the college, what is the event? What is the purpose of the event? Everyone asks, what's in it for me? So they should know the purpose. The team consists of weak members and strong members. Similarly, a team consists of members in the college who are interested and some are not interested. And some will say, I'll just come and do my work and go. And it's HOD's responsibility, dean's responsibility. Or maybe there are other members who are interested but don't have time. But there are members, all the members having one good quality. Somebody is good in computers, making the notes. Somebody is good in liaising with other departments to have a good timetable for Prostho. Somebody else has knowledgeable in the subject. So we have got everything in the team, but we need to identify. So do you need to have formal roles or informal roles? How formal you want to make it? Is everyone informed that there are silent spectators in the team? You know, the music group, when Lata Mangeshkar sings, the group, every member sings with her. If it's a chorus. They will test and take the member, isn't it? What resources do I have? Resources is just not money. Resources also knowledge. Resources is able to convince Arun that why he should be attending the course now with full attention, or maybe somebody else for something else. So I need to address people, and nobody will be passive if you motivate them. What resources did the team have? Were they adequate? How to achieve the goal, and did the goal? If you review back, did I achieve the goal? What went well and what could have been better, and what was the learning? So the group members are all diverse, isn't it? All 10 of you have got different qualities. Some people can speak very well, but some people have the stuff in them. But if we complement each other and practice micro teaching and say that you do this way, Mirna, or you do this way, Anand, so it can be better, and Anand will give me the feedback. So what happens is we work complementary to each other. So we have ideas, there will be pool of ideas. Nowadays, all the big organizations have think tanks. Government has think tanks. How do you make these big projects? How India should look maybe 50 years from hence? What will be the population that time? How people will look at things that time? Technological advances, everything. So how people will collaborate? When they have common goals, they will collaborate. I want to do something for my institution, and I want to see that all the 50 faculty members, senior faculty members, are doing the course in health professions education. So I will take the lead, but is that their goal also, or you're throwing the goal on them? Think about it. If you tell them why they should do, whether they want to do, is it possible for them to have a flexible program without we telling them this is the course you have to do, this is the 3-day program you have to attend? We can ask a Google form, ask them to fill it as to what is it essential, how much experience they have, which areas would they like to go. They will collaborate better because common goals, and common goals gives us accountability that I want to do it. And so there is task and there is process. Task is exactly what the work is and what is the objective, the content, and how do you want to do it, steps. But the process are very important, the steps are very important, because how dynamic, one person felt insulted, so he will not work. So there are goal setting, develop procedures for the whatever procedure, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, get information whatever they have, select the idea, how you can generate, prepare and distribute the agendas, and clarify the task. So you need to set the time frame. You have to have the decision making ability, test agreements. Does everybody agree? Not necessary. Somebody may not agree. That does not mean that we are failure. That means there are difference of opinion. Diverse ideas are welcome. Use problem solving steps, and you need to keep on reviewing and re-reviewing. So leaders' job and the group members' job are all having a psychosocial connection. We need to be happy, comfortable in the meeting. We need to support each other and evaluate each other. So before I go further, can I break you into rooms and give you a task? Group 1, that 1, 3, and 5. You are going to have planned for a exam, and that exam is a internal examination, and that you have enough of things, timetable heavy for other people, like other departments. So how will you coordinate? So you have to arrange an internal examination, prepare a question paper, and see that is executed. Group 1. Group 2 is going to arrange for a cultural event for the institution, and group 3 is going to be arranging for such a send-off for a faculty member. These are very simple tasks. I have not given you controversial task initially. इसमें झगड़ा नहीं होएगा. So now I'll ask Samik to break you into groups, and you can go into a breakout room. You can discuss a few things as to, first of all, there has to be, you know, when the task is to be completed, there needs to be a leader. There needs to be a facilitator who can help. Who among the three of you is senior, or maybe the junior person also? And member, how they play the game. The member means not a member just to come and sit. And neither do we want chaos like Lok Sabha, where is shouting and throwing and other things and all. So how will these three tasks, if you want to choose your own task, you can choose the task. So please make a leader, a facilitator, and a member in your group. You're only three. Later on, we will even join you. But first, I want Samik.
Yes, madam.
Group છે ને 135
એક જ મિનિટ ગ્રુપ નામ
135
ઓકે
24 અને 8
135248
હા અને 6
6
7
7
9 10
9 10 ઓકે
એ ત્રણ ગ્રુપ કરી
મેડમ 7 9 और 10 માં કોણ કોણ છે 7 રોલ નંબર 7 રોલ નંબર 9 और रोल नंबर 10
अच्छा नाम थी
हाँ
Ma'am, roll number 6 also.
Then Kumar, will you put your number in your front of you? Anand Kumar, Patel is number 1.
ओके आनंद कुमार ज्योति शिल्पा अरुण कुमार रोहित मीनाक्षी
हाँ संध्या नरेंद्र सिद्धार्थ
नरेंद्र
सिद्धार्थ and
निर्मला
Mirna
बीरना
तो ग्रुप करेला
ઓકે કેટલી મિનિટ માટે સ્ટાર્ટ કરવાનો છે
હવે 5 minutes
ઓકે ઓકે મેમને એવા રાઇટ્સ આપી દીધા છે કે પોતપોતાની જાતે એ ગ્રુપમાં જઈ શકશે બ્રેકઆઉટ રૂમમાં રોલ નંબર મુજબ
so can you go enter the room? See where there is a breakout room, you click on that. Four squares. Number 1 number 1 of course 8 will go into number 2 and the rest will go into number 2. वो छोटा squares है ना? Can you see this? I am not sharing. On the taskbar down, there is 4 squares. Small.
Samik, roll number WhatsApp group માં મને મોકલો WhatsApp દો Samik.
ઓકે સર
Some people have entered the room. Sandhya not able to enter the room.
Yeah, ma'am. Where to join it, ma'am? There are four. One grid-like structure is present. I have
Yeah,
to press
grid.
that.
udhar hi grid. Click on the grid. You will see breakout. Click on the grade and go to your room.
ઓકે મેડમ મોકલી દીધા.
ભલે. સિદ્ધાર્થ છે અહીંયા જ. ગયો.
હેલો, એટલે સમીક દર વખતે આપણે જ મોકલી દેવાના એવું જ રાખવાનું.
વોઇસ એકો થાય છે આમાં. જ્યારે સમીકનું ચાલુ હોય ને મારું ચાલુ હોય ને ત્યારે બે અવાજ આવે છે.
એવું છે કે મેં મેડમ ક્લાઉડ રેકોર્ડિંગ પણ રાખ્યું છે અને શું કહેવાય ઓબીએસ સ્ક્રીન રેકોર્ડ પણ રાખ્યું છે.
હા એટલે
રેકોર્ડ કરું છું ને એટલે કદાચ ઇકો જનરેટ થતો હશે.
એક સ્પીકર ઓફ રાખો ને, કોઈ સ્પીકર ઓફ રાખો તો નહીં આવે પ્રોબ્લેમ.
ઓકે.
मैम यू आर म्यूटेड, आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
હા but everybody has not joined yet.
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है. नहीं, I thought आप कुछ इसमें बोल रहे हैं इसलिए मैंने बोला.
नहीं, एक्चुअली नहीं, मैं बोलती नहीं थी, मैं दूसरे एक
Okay,
फोन
okay.
आया था उससे बात करती थी. अभी
हाँ,
ना
हाँ.
गौरंग, ये स्टॉर्मिंग नॉर्मिंग सब आएगा, and
हाँ.
in between please add whatever you want to say,
हाँ
and
ठीक है.
Chinmay also.
As long as they are participating ना उसमें हो जाता है discussion आ जाता है सब.
हाँ.
મેડમ કેટલા ટાઈમ માટે રેકોર્ડ રૂમ રાખવાનો?
बस बंद કરી દે 5 મિનિટ.
ઓકે ઓકે, કરી નાખો, અત્યારે જ બંધ કરી નાખો.
બંધ કર.
કેટલી મિનિટ થઈ?
3 મિનિટ થઈ.
આ તો 2 મિનિટ.
હા, તો હજી 2 મિનિટ.
ઓકે ઓકે.
આમાં મને એન્ટ્રી નથી વર્કઆઉટ રૂમમાં.
So we can go. If he puts us into a room, you can also go.
मैडम आप पार्टिसिपेट में जाएंगे ना तो एक मेन मीटिंग आएगी और साइड में ब्रेकआउट सेशन आएगा, उसमें आप किसी में भी जा सकते हो. सर કરી નાખો બ્રેકઆઉટ સેશન ક્લોઝ.
हाँ करो 5 मिनट થઈ ગઈ તો કરો.
5 મિનિટ થઈ ગઈ છે. આમ ટોટલ 9 મિનિટ થઈ, પણ આપણે હજી બધાને મોકલતા હતા ને, મોકલી ગયા અને 5 મિનિટ થઈ ગઈ.
ઓકે.
So did you have a discussion for group number 3? We'll start with 3.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, we have just started, ma'am. So I'll be speaking as ma'am. Actually, we are doing this send-off program for say some hypothetical Dr. X.
No,
suppose.
not hypothetical. A real person, but we call is X. Yeah.
Yes. So suppose I am the main initiator of this program and arranging all this program. So as the head, I'll be taking the responsibility to provide a circular so that we are holding a send-off meeting for this for our outgoing.
Before
Dean.
circular, what is essential?
We have to take permission,
collect some funds. You want to give some gift or something.
Yeah, and
Then
we have
also,
to.
you cannot send a circular without all this work being done. Where and when, time, date, suitable to all. See, you realize how many things are there, time and date. And there are many people who are wanting to have a bigger program. Some people say we don't want to give a send-off only. So there will be a lot of storm also.
take first of all permission from the institution administrative section that we are going to hold.
But you will form a group to work. You will form a small group of 3 or 4 people. One can go, and consensus of all staff is required.
Yeah, consensus of all staffs are required, and to hold such program, we have to give advance notice period, prepare some funds, either by contributing or by taking some of the funds from the institution itself, and to hold such function. And regarding the for the students' attendance, I have to also take the permission to cancel one period to hold that meeting on like this. Then assemble all the person. Then after the gathering, we have to actually honor the person, and I think Dr. Meenakshi will tell regarding his achievement during the tenure in the institution.
Okay.
So a small PPT will be made, ma'am, just to honor the person who is retiring from the institution. Whatever is
You will collect the CV, you will collect
CV,
the
yes.
biodata, you will
Biodata,
add
yes.
something, you will inform the family members.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes those who have worked for 35 years, 40 years, it's very difficult to find. It all depends upon what you, it may be informal one. Because the person just joined 4 years back, the institution doesn't want to. So you need to, but whatever small thing, we need to plan, discuss, but it should be short. Everything should be time bound. I cannot keep on thinking and wasting my time. Okay, second, group 2.
Ma'am, we are conducting a cultural event.
Uh,
So the cultural event will be started with making a committee of doing this cultural event, and we have chosen on the date, time, place, and the theme of this cultural event. First, we moved a requisition for conducting. We moved a request a permission from the authorities to conduct a cultural program, and we decide on the fundraising, ma'am. The fundraising for this. The committee would organize a person who is a captain, a person who are the executive person, a secretary, and the members who are got each responsibility for this for conducting the cultural program. The fundraising will have advertisements and the college which gives us the fund. Subsequent to this, we will make invitation for our principals, students, and the guests which we are calling for. And then Dr. Jyoti would take about who all have got talent. The theme that we have decided is a fresher party for the newly joined students. So Dr. Jyoti will select the people who are good in their subsequent talents, and we are going to make the program for our cultural event. That's a fresher party, and we time that cultural event. And sir is going to, another member is going to be a facilitator. Sir is going to make the arrangements required at the stage. It can be the guest invitation or the introductory welcome speech, the poem recitation, the programs conducting, mic and sound, and finally facilitation of the guests who have come there. And
in all this, little more attention should be paid to the persons whom you are welcoming, the BDS students.
Yes,
so probably addressing them, telling them, or if it's really going to be added with a little cultural program, so the welcome song or welcome dance or whatever it is, and something else, then somebody has to arrange for the food,
refreshment,
hospitality.
Yes,
hospitality.
Thank you so much. Give a big clap. Both the group, the third group and the second group, and the number 1 group. Group number 1. Group number 1. There is nobody in group number 1. Rohit. Nobody is going to talk. Group 1 has to present what they did.
1 second, ma'am.
I think they have muted it.
म्यूट नहीं चलेगा, म्यूट को अनम्यूट करो.
Hello.
Yeah.
Rohit sir, you're going to go take, sir?
Ma'am, you talk in between that. I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
They will allow
Okay,
him
sir.
next time. We will force him. Don't worry.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, sir. So ma'am, first to conduct any internal exams, first we have to decide the date. Annual curriculum, how many internals exams has to be conducted. So it is supposed to be 3 internal exams. So we divide it annually into 3 internal exams. And after that, we have to divide the portions which is being allotted for the individual subjects. And then after that, we have to conduct a meeting calling all the HODs to conduct this is the date, this is the timing, and you have to assign the portions which is the person who is in charge for those particular subjects. So those HODs are supposed to convey the messages that this is the timing, this is the date where the exam is going to be conducted, and they have to set the paper. The in charge faculties, they will have to set the paper, and that has to be given to the office people. So they will have to distribute the exams on the day of exams. So this is the rough idea of conducting the internal exams.
Anybody has a question for group 1?
And even ma'am, I think that before setting up the paper, we have to see how much syllabus is covered, so that even the student is not going to be cross question ki this syllabus, this topic is not covered, and still they are putting in the.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir. That is again one main meeting will be held by the college dean to all the HODs, and then HOD will individually conduct the meeting in their department for the internal exams.
Some colleges or some universities have 2 internal, some have 3 internal. So you know this portion, this has to be completed. That is not the question. The question is you are scheduling the exam. The time of the exam may be 1 hour 30 minutes or whatever, or 2 hours, say 1 hour 30 minutes. And your class is only for 1 hour. That half an hour overlapping, you have to coordinate with some other department to allow these students to appear. If it's a practical, it may be even longer. So there is a lot of human involvement. Remember one thing, whenever there is a human involvement, you require a sort of a empathy and emotion factor considered. Everybody, then the power comes to the human being. He's asking me time, my department. Next time you have to give me. That will be in my mind. 1. So how you ask the person. So now let us go back to the slides and see some more what you require for... I think I'll first...
Madam, I'm really sorry. My mobile battery is down actually.
Who is speaking? Anand?
Yes, madam. I'm really sorry, madam.
No
My
problem,
battery is
no
down,
problem.
madam.
You don't have to be sorry. It's okay.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes. Current is also not there. Sorry.
Okay. Now I'm sharing my slides again. Okay. So, me. We have to set the goals, I said. So you know the task, right? Right?
Yes,
yeah, I want to know that you are with me. That's why I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to get the information right, and you want to give the information right. You want to set a time frame. The cultural event is in 1 month's time. So I cannot keep on only holding meetings. If it's an annual day, then the people have to participate. So how they will participate, when they will participate, how will you get permission from the department? There are a lot of things. So we also need to coordinate and not keep any department in the dark. They will say, I'll mark you absent. So there are lots of small things. So again, I said that there's psychosocial involvement. You need to facilitate, and there should be inclusion of all members. All members, not only the committee members, other staff members. And the dean has a big task, because if he feels every staff member important and responsible, they will cooperate. If at all you only not give him the responsibility, he feels it's not my responsibility. I can come, sign, do my work and go away. But there is so much work to do for NAC, for the DCI, for other university inspections, for exam work, etc. So the high performance team, how it becomes high performance is with planning, strategically planning, executing on time. So dividing the task, function and process. They work together, they interact, they collaborate and respect each other. So you made a leader, a facilitator and a member. But today in 2023, a leader doesn't only order, he works along with other people. Now, first you form the team, right? First, what did you do? You form the team. Okay. And then when you form the team, you have to make a ground rule. What are the ground rules? That when somebody else is talking, you please don't interrupt. Or you say, excuse me, and interrupt. Keep the mobile phones in silent mode. We all have to work together and we all need to achieve, so that there is a cohesion. There is completely cohesive team. So you first forming. It's a forming. You start forming the team ground rules, how we will help each other, hand holding. Old slide I had put it as leader hand holding, but it's not leader alone, hand holding each other. If we are working together, if I and Anand Kumar are working together, both of us are equal responsibilities, and both of us in the forming stage need to understand whom to give what task. There will be storming, difference of opinion, mood, behavior, swings of behavior. There will be fear that I may not get the credit, or I am doing too much work. That fear is there. There is a conflict in the mind. All these things the leader has to settle down. That is why you are a leader. You are not leader just for the sake of it. You understand? It's not just that you become a leader. You have to have, with the power comes responsibility. You agree? Light love. So there will be storming. Have you seen a storming meeting where they really shout, fight and all? Instead of that, the difference of opinion is respected but without shouting, respected without insulting anybody, and not having those fear that dean will only respect this person or somebody else will only say. That should not be there. So that is the main thing. Then after storming, after everybody vents out no anger sometimes, then you become cool. So the group becomes cohesive. It's called norming stage. First was forming stage. Second is storming stage. But storming has ground rules. Before this class, I used to always make a ground rule that please switch on your video most of the times, unless your power is less or something, or the internet is. Don't talk on the mobile or don't do anything else. If you have to take an urgent call, go ahead. But there are some ground rules that when somebody else, Jyoti, is talking, I don't interrupt and tell Jyoti, yeah, I know this. No, I don't. Let Jyoti complete and I say, Jyoti, now, madam, can I talk? Or Jyoti, can I speak? So that becomes a very cohesive group. And then you acknowledge the work of everybody. Rohit worked, and with, I think, Sinurkar, right? Both of you work together. They respect each other. And You respected each other in the group. This was a small, purposely given, very menial task, not a fighting task from the before. I can give you a situation where you will really have to struggle. The DCI has rejected the department, when they came for inspection, it's not given, not allotted, not granted. Recognition not granted. Now the dean has allotted me the task that I must now make the department as HOD fulfill all the requirements. So how will you? So one staff member comes and says, Madam, what can I do? There is less of staff members over here. Another says, machine is not working. What can I do? What can I do for the machine not working? We need to assign task. If the machine has to be checked by whom, when, yes, it's an engineering responsibility, but one staff member looks after the lab, he notes down, and he can always inform the HOD. Both of them can see who can call the company for the annual maintenance or whatever it is. So everything has a solution. But when the norming occurs, we acknowledge, we respect each other's contribution, we start building blocks to succeed, and we are willing to change. You may say, ma'am, this timing is not suitable. Instead of saying, no, that's not granted, I will say, okay, let's think about it. What about everybody else? And how can you manage this? There is a lot of other things that we can do. And when this happens, the stage 4 is functioning, performing. It's functioning, performing. When the performance happens, success comes. At that time, instead of the previous slide I showed you, when the storming came, lot of people talking to each other, lot of people not able to understand, shouting at each other. But when it is known that you have normed, you are become functional, cohesive, then you are becoming performing and functionally successful. The whole thing becomes productive. There are a lot of meetings which is just adjourned. I don't want to, I'm just walking out, you are not listening to me. Successful meetings are one where you can say, yes, we'll think about it and answer you. We will answer. No, I can't take this suggestion. No, but say that I will think about it. Call him back and say, this is little difficult. Can you only suggest? Last time I told you, one dean said no ethical permission. I said, sir, you only suggest what to do. Every time this doesn't work. Every time this is not the key. So now don't tell me if it doesn't work. New strategies are required. Group member need to be polite in the forming stage. You can change the role of a leader every time, sometimes. There should be orientation to the goal, to the aim. So the storming becomes successful. Orientation with the political group in recently what you saw in the New Delhi, they were not oriented the success of India. They were oriented with success of self. So their goals are different. There will be storming, and then storming, then it will never go to norming. So it has to come to norming. It has to be constructive. So these are the 4 stages I want you to note down: forming, storming, norming, and performing. If you are taking down something notes, please write down this stage. So managing your projects will be there now. When you manage your educational projects, it's not going to be easy. You have to form a team. You have to inform the dean and the HOD, but you inform the colleagues so that they know that you are doing this and they will cooperate with you. Small group teaching we have got in case-based learning, problem-based learning, sometimes tutorial, sometimes seminar. The students are there. And the students can be one-sided, not talking. They will sleep off. Or they will not participate. They will not learn. So application comes in making that team also very cohesive. In the day-to-day work in administration, departmental meetings, you need to apply all these principles of first forming, then what? Forming?
Storming.
Ah,
Forming.
Norming, performing.
correct.
Norming.
Yeah. First of all, the suggestion to all of us is we must trust each other and not pull down each other, but trust each other. We are going to do the work together and the credit will be shared credit. We don't work only for credit, we also work for inner satisfaction. You always clarify the task. If you don't tell the junior lecturer that what he has to do clearly, or he can come back and clarify, he may not have understood what you say. If I tell you, वो कर देना, what do, क्या कर देना, कब कर देना, किसको कर देना, you have to be very clear. You be a good listener. Listening is the best way of communication. Sit face to face with the staff members, with your colleagues, with your seniors, and talk. You don't have a video camera that people can see and read your mind. Inner body is all the time, mind is, it's not, nothing is happening. It's only not favoring the other person. Something like that, inner feeling for the teacher is damaging because you are not able to perform. Always maintain the time schedule for your classes, for your meetings, etc. Record the proceedings if possible. If not necessary, just make jot down points. This is not a DCI meeting that everything recording is required. But sometimes important meetings may have to, because university will require. When you do your project, we will tell you there is requirement of focus group discussion. Focus group discussion requires recording because you need to take out the themes from that. About focus group, I'll talk later. Have a complete agenda, what you are going to discuss, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a half an hour, I can discuss 4 things, 5 things. And I will not divert. That day it happened like this, that too, that you had done this. All those past is not taken into account. So that you create a group. How you will create, identify people. Don't identify the same person every time. Change roles. Give opportunity to others. So let them know what our goals are. Clarify the goals. And clarify that I trust you, you're an important member. And orient him time to time with feedback and giving the feedback. If the task is done, you can't tell him, "Ye barobar nahi," you take it back. And if you want to sustain the team, then you have to implement and show. If you keep on doing NAC file and NAC doesn't come, what is the use? Similarly, in the department, if you keep on talking and doesn't happen, they won't like it. Is always being appreciated, rewarded, and overloaded with also love. We all overload people who work. People who don't work are not given work, but overload with little love, recognition, appreciation, and reward. So you have to know this model wherein the article gives you that you must clarify the task properly. If you tell him arrange for an exam, he's junior, he doesn't know the topics, he doesn't know how to talk to others, he's just come, mold him. Okay. And when I was junior, nobody explained me. Why should I explain you? Don't take that attitude. We are different people. So people need clarifications all the time. Our juniors require, our seniors require. Clarify. Don't hesitate to explain even 4 times the task. Now you all are going to have first perform together. We'll have a team. We will ask each other some questions, common questions. How my mind perceives is important, and how I will cross the river without even losing a single member. I will cross the river. The alligator is not the real alligator, man. The alligator is एक में को नीचे उतार देना और खींच लेना. That is not alligator. So you have any clarifications, we can discuss. But remember, you must allow the other people to have clarification. So now what are your questions? I want to know. I'll stop sharing and we will talk about this process. See, forming the team is identifying the members. Meenakshi is very good at certain things. Meenakshi already has some patents and all. So I will give her the task, which is, innovation. Supposing innovation comes, then Meenakshi will say, yes, madam, but I will take up one or two more members with me who will give me the ideas for a new innovation in education. Now, the other members also need to have some function. And they are all having, see, there is one word in Sanskrit. It is called as guna grahya drashti. गुण होता है ना, गुण, उसको ग्रहण करने की शक्ति, गुण ग्राह्य दृष्टि. Please Google this also. Gun grahya drashti. Even if a person has 10, as for me, negative points, he will have one good point. He will surely have a good point. I only catch that. And I always from my heart feel that my likes and dislikes don't matter, but how functioning matters. For that, I will be a little bit soft, little bit neutral. Every day, a person comes late. He never comes on time. But he is a very good teacher. He helps the students after he comes. I don't mean that he should not come on time. I will appreciate him and say that you are really good people, really appreciate your efforts. The only thing is, can I request you to make probably next few days to come at 9 o'clock or so. Maybe here and there 5-10 minutes is okay. But I want you to get that kind of good credit and good credentials from all. That is Sam. Sam nahi kara to dand bhi hota hai. Then you start saying that it will come in the way of your promotion. So don't do that. Dand ho jayega aapko. Bhed. That is Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. तो उसमें कैसा होता है, or you try the strategy of talking nicely, getting the work done, appreciating getting the work done. If it doesn't work, he will suffer. That is the second way. You show him the difference, what will happen. In our colleges in India, self-appraisal is probably lacking. You have to be self-appraisal with very, very sharp point of noting down my inner good and bad things. That is one. So everybody by seniority gets a promotion. So everybody thinks 5 saal ho gaya, especially government colleges, nothing you can do. And on the top of it, we have to follow the Government of India rules that there is reservation properly done, open merit itna, ye itna. So people may find all these loopholes. The human mind is like that. But you are different. I am different. You are different. Many teachers are different who don't work. Where I stand, where you stand, the icon begins from there. That you make the difference in the college, you make the difference in the college. People will see there is something in this person that I really respect. So you may be thinking, I am not a dean or a HOD. Why should I do team building? All the time you're doing team building. Hidden team building exercises you're doing at home also. How to get the work done from your children and from your husband or wife is also a team building. Sometimes, see, we take people in a home for granted. But in college, you cannot take for granted. If I had given some task to my husband and he doesn't get that for me in the evening, I will say, "This is you always forget." See, that always tag is not good. I didn't send a good message to him. I hardly sent a good message to him. And like this, we create that the rift. Instead of that, if I let go, the let go policy has to come in the institutions and in your clinics first. In education, a teacher is an academic leader. In life, we are leaders. Self-management is the biggest leadership, man. All the time, the mind says, I like it, I don't like it, I like it, I don't like it. So there is no time to actually view the perspective of that thing as the thing, but and not opinionate, opinion and judgmental. You cannot be in the institution, in your workplace. Opinionated and judgmental, you cannot be at home also. Are you not respectful to your children? After certain age, are you not respectful? If you are not respectful, they will not respect you. So very important.
Madam, can I interview?
Yes.
Madam, you told me that you told us that team building, we have to give opportunity to everyone. I totally agree with it. But in an institution, when it becomes bigger and bigger, there tends to be a little bit of groupism. So how do we address it?
Yeah.
Because human bias is always there. So as a leader, sometimes you feel, okay, these 3-4 people are against me. So sometimes you feel that, okay, I should not give important tasks to those people. So how to address this issue? It is a human bias, what I feel.
I agree. When you are at the top, no, it is always lonely at the top. When you're a dean or a director, no, then
yes, madam,
probably you get the perspective of the person who comes and talks to you only. You don't know the perspective of the entire mass. So the critical mass may be thinking something else, but so you need to talk directly to people. Narendra, you need to talk directly to people sometimes, and those people who are against, overnight they will not change. But if at all you identify the person and give him ask him whether he would like to do it. He may say no, don't give him. But if he says yes, give him. And after giving, he may not do that. So you say that we are going to monitor this after 1 month. And I really appreciate that this much progress or this much is expected. It's not easy. I fully agree with you. It's not easy because making groupism is the easiest way of escapism. Escapism in the college comes with 2-3 things. We are all humans. We have that inner this thing of likes and dislikes, hatred and jealousy. We do have anger, we do have happiness, we do have selfishness. I want it. Best way is to talk to oneself or write down. They say writing down is the journal, is the best way. You may tear it away. But all the psychiatrists agree today that write down. If I had a dispute with my friend on a small thing, if I keep thinking, it multiplies. She said that, she said that, she said that. And I will say, now is my turn to give back, to give back, to give back. The other day, small thing happened and I wrote down. Why did she say this? She's my very close friend for now 40 years. So then I wrote down, she should not have said. I wrote down that I will tell her. Then on thought process came to my mind, probably for my good, she said. And then I wrote down that I think it's all in the game. It's all in the life's game. It's not easy in the colleges to work. Here, what is happening, my whole attempt to do this program is few people can make a change. It's like, एक magnet होता है तो उसमें बहुत से लोखंड के pieces, the iron pieces get attracted. I want that people to see the difference among you. Last year's people also, I'm telling you, I'll get them on the group once so that all of you can interact with them. And it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Believe me, Narendra, after 6 months, you will know with all the leadership strategies that we will do together. We'll talk about difficult conversations. Difficult conversation is really difficult sometimes. There is no answer. And every time they blame, the buck stops at the dean, the buck stops at the director. And the HOD, the buck stops at the HOD in the department. So you have to say the buck stops with me. I am responsible. Then people know you mean business. And secondly, they see, people read your mind that this is confused. I have succeeded in making him angry. I have succeeded in making him confused. So all these things make a difference. You have to be with yourself. You are the best friend. The best friend is you yourself. So team building and team dynamics works everywhere. With a junior lecturer also it works. He has to make a team with his fellows and he has to make a team with other fellows in other departments and with his HOD. If I cannot get along with my HOD, my life is not miserable, but it is like, सुबह के कॉलेज नहीं जाना है लेकिन क्या करूं, मैंने तो लोन लेके रखा है, तो bank has given me loan on my pay slip and not on my practice. I told one person in Navi Mumbai, why do you work in a institution, man? He's saying, madam, वो pay slip important है, हमको loan उस पे मिला है. There are different reasons. Some of us work because we love teaching. At the end of the day, you find this is what I love. So is this the way I wanted to be a teacher? There's so many restrictions and there is so much pulling in from other departments. Other departments also will once have a meeting with you to talk. Perio, prosto, oral surgery, all the time fighting, and now cons has started for implants. One patient, 5 departments, 4 departments fighting, and the publication is done from radiology. So one person came to complain to me. He said, madam, वो लोग ने कुछ नहीं किया, X-ray लिया, उसने छाप दिया. So, and that is something ridiculous because he has done part of it. उसने OPG लिया, he gave you the idea, or CBCT किया, उसने gave you idea. So he should have definitely said, taken co-authors from department if he is doing the radiological perspective. No, he cannot do radiological alone unless we have placed the implant has failed, or implant has accepted success rate, whatever you want to, or the platforms which he has to take the. So who will explain all this? Human mind is complicated. And no one wants to listen to anybody till you want to listen. I want to listen only one thing. Now, as soon as my husband comes, he must say that, yes, I got all the things you have told me. But if he says I have not got, I won't listen any other thing. He will say, hi, Suha, how are you? And chal, let's go, something like that. But I won't listen to that. Human mind, psychology only is deaf to things what we don't want to listen. Believe me, your journey starts today. You are going to be a different person. You are not going to see the negative things in others because you are full of positivity. So you will see one good thing and you let the person be. You don't go to advice. Free advices are not required. And what Narendra asked is a very relevant question all of you may be having in the mind. And all of us at this certain age and certain times need promotion, need to be very right. I will not say politically right. I will say that you have to be rightfully right. So you need to talk to people to show that you are able to do. You have to have that kind. See, if given a chance, the junior most person in many Western countries sits in the chair in 5 years because he has got that kind of grit in him. But that's not in our country. So we have to accept what is in my country. In that, I have to make my life as a teacher enjoyable, journey as a teacher enjoyable. I must every day learn new things from others, give back new things. My adrenaline flow has to be very good, rush. It has to be a rush, not flow. So I need to do something new, innovation, talk to people. Now the 10 of you can join hands and make one educational innovation. Or maybe you can make education innovation, what you are doing in your college. Apart from that, a common one, what can be published. We are publishing a few articles from last year. So in fact, all were very, very, very good. If I give you the list of the topics, you'll be surprised what a wealth of knowledge you people have. Really, I'm telling you, I can think to certain extent. You can think to certain extent. He can think to certain extent. So pooled knowledge becomes great. Pooled knowledge is what is required. You saw that alligator and how careful I have to be the alligator in the river. So is not your institution, your profession, our life is like a river where there are alligators and still I am still alive and knocking and running. That's because of our art of living. So how will you manage through all these things? How will you make the team norming? Simple task, calling the CR for a lecture. How will you get the team to work? That everybody needs to submit all these things. Everybody needs, everywhere you can apply little of your principles of how will you talk to people, how will you talk them politely, how will you set the time frame, how will you manage things, and how will you report. Reporting is important. Reporting is not below your dignity. Report, if आप नहीं करोगे reporting, तो people won't like it. The seniors won't like it. It makes me only 2 minutes to report and I'm in good books. But if I don't report, they'll say she always does on her own and doesn't work like a team member. In the IIM group discussion, IIM, Indian Institute of Management group discussion, they ask you questions and the group people are all sitting. There they tell you, observe who is talking more, who is talking less, who is not participating, who is leading all the time, who is continuing. So everybody has got, but one who is overdoing it and talking and not allowing the others to talk is not selected. One who is able to participate well, giving chance to others, has a good chance. And one who doesn't participate, how is encouraged by these team members, everything is seen. Sometimes, see, what did I tell? Rohit said that he will not present now. So I said, next time you can, you have to. Because speaking as a teacher is important. Now the questions and your experiences will come from me, from you. I will be silent. You can start. Meenakshi, आप बोलोगे?
Ma'am, regarding team and my experiences, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, actually, what and all points you have covered, we have all experienced this. And day in and day out, we are experiencing it quite often. And I wanted to address sir's question, ma'am, with sir's permission.
Yes.
If sir identifies the potential of that person and gives the task which he is interested in, probably he can gain the confidence of his subordinates. And if I am given a task where I am not comfortable, or maybe if you are thinking that I might also excel in that, then I need that kind of support from the higher ups as well. You are not good at something, but we are giving you this task, but we are behind you. Don't worry, you'll be able to execute it. If that kind of response I'm getting from my seniors, I would definitely like to do both the tasks simultaneously, parallelly. Probably, maybe that kind of inputs I would like to have and experience from my seniors, colleagues, and because only if it is unidirectional, it is of no use, ma'am. It should be bidirectional, and the other person also needs to speak.
Being bidirectional is not in your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
What is in my circle of influence? That is first management principle.
Right.
What is my influence? What I can change,
right,
and what I cannot change, or what I can attempt to change. See, as Narendra said, there are people who are forming group. There is something internally they are not like Narendra being the dean, or maybe they didn't get something, or maybe they're unhappy personally. There are so many reasons. So as Meenakshi said, Narendra, if possible, identify the strength of that person, and if that he can be asked to help you, to assist you, it will work. but not all the time. You have to identify whom you can say this and whom cannot say this. Moment you tell him, I want your help, he becomes more big. So you have to use the right words in the right place.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I suggest one thing?
Mirna, yeah.
Yeah, in some situation, some of your juniors don't actually like to take commands. If you tell them, no, it is your duty and you have been assigned this task, you have to do it. So they take it in a very offensive way. I have seen this, and the same person, when I have requested him, can you do it for me? It will be very helpful if you do this one. That person reciprocated properly. That somebody is requesting me, not giving me a command or not showing me the path that you have to. Same person. So I think that you different people you have to handle differently.
And at different times differently.
You cannot show that I am of this type, and if I have sent this, if I have said this thing to you, you have to do it because you have been assigned this task. Sometimes if you go a little out of way and say something very in a friendly way, they might do it. And it is also true that there is professional jealousy and all those competitions are there, but we are not living in a society where we can say that 1 + 1 is equal to 2. You have to sometimes take a back foot, or sometimes you have to go little out of your way to make them comfortable. That is what I have learned through my experience.
Yes, I agree with you fully.
Yeah, what I have not been in my junior days, now I am getting little more and more accommodative with the people's personality, that how to deal with them.
Yeah. And today's 2023, nobody likes to take order. No one likes to take order. See for your own self at home with the children. If you are good to them, talk to them nicely, they do it. Otherwise, they say that so many times we have taught you all this app and all. You are dyslexic with computer. We don't want to do it. But you say, I'm not. But can you just help me a little bit? I will do the rest. They will do it. So something like that. Yeah. So Gopal Krishnan.
Ma'am, I don't know what to tell, because what sir said, even in my little experience, even the principal, when once called me up and said, when he ordered me, in fact, I felt little sad only. What you said is correct, ma'am. Getting orders to us and getting it executed is difficult. But when somebody requesting you, you automatically change your perspective. As a junior, I have what you said, or what this generation is what I also have experienced. Nothing more, ma'am. That's it.
Yeah, but I want to tell you here again, my circle of influence is not how you or he talks. My circle of influence, how I take it, what he talks. So in the college, in the institution, we have to be very strong. Whoever talks what doesn't go inside my bloodstream. I will take it, only listen fully, and then say, okay, I will do it. Or this requires a little more time, or whatever you want to answer. Your non-changing of your face with anger or emotion also gives the person a perspective that
Yes.
what he should do. That's also there.
Yes.
Arun?
Ma'am, I work in a different environment where the things what I'm hearing from you is slightly a different perspective. But what we see is when we make in an organization where we keep shifting from point to point or year to year, we try to pick up the best thing from each one of us and try to improve upon the bad things which the group as such we don't like. So making a strong team and coming to a single point make us to move faster and achieving what we wanted to.
Yeah, you are working in an environment where the leader says it's always right.
That's the point, ma'am. One even if it is not right, over the time, even if it gets proved it's not proved correct, then the leader will take the responsibility. So then we have a chance. We'll first give a chance to our leader and just follow it. because he's been chosen over the time because of his years of putting in service and subsequent. So when we trust a person and move it on, at least we reach some place. Otherwise, we are still in a discussion, not even going to a point.
Right. Actually, it's all about our inner feelings. If I'm inner complicated with problems which my mind has created, I will be a complex person, always be rude, always shouting. But if I'm a happy person from inside, and that happiness comes from within, you have to talk to yourself and you have to adjust the situation. Nobody's life is made with bed of roses, no? It's always with challenges. It's always with challenges. So who else wants to share? Yeah. Anand?
Yes, madam. Actually, doing individual work at the department is different, madam, and doing a collective work at the helm of HOD post or a principal post is totally different. Because when a responsibility is given to you as an individual, you can just finish it off and submit it. But as a HOD, he has to collectively get the work done from each and every individual because of this today's NAP work, NABH work. There is too many paperwork. You have to get it done from each and every one, madam. So in that process, sometimes the staff are overburdened. Sometimes we're too soft, and sometimes it is being too soft also is difficult to get the work done from the staff.
Correct.
And taking an accountability of the staff is a very difficult task sitting at the position, because when suppose if the staff does not do the allotted work on time, madam, because that happens many times, unless and until, even if we keep on reminding the staff to do the work, maybe sometimes due to their leaves or due to their any other work, sometimes they don't do work on time. So sometimes we feel to take a strict action against the staff, but then suddenly then we think, no, let it go, it's okay. Then I call the staff and then ask why you are not done, and just I'll remind him to do it immediately and then get the done. So sometimes in that process, I feel whether should I have to be strict with the staff or should I have to be lenient with the staff. Sometimes a question comes to my mind. Since you are in that position for long years, madam, I want your suggestion in that. How to
See, what I also probably would not have been able to implement and faced all the issues that you faced. But I realized later, at about when I did my fellowship courses and all, that the paper should speak or the computer should be everything. Supposing I write the name of Anand Kumar Patil and I write Meenakshi, I write my name Suhasini. What task is assigned? A group meeting, you have to give them the task. Probably you can give them on a WhatsApp, you can give them on a paper, whatever it is, the task, and explain the task and put a time there, time in the session within 5 days, within 8 days. If it is not done, reminder one, or maybe delayed by 8 days. So the paper speaks for him. And you said that this task, what you have given, is done. So that remarks in the end, when you are not, he's not cooperating, you can call him and talk. But at least the paper, he knows that he has done so late. Sometimes it may help. But some people have so much pull and push with the government, with the management, that they will overrule that also.
Yes.
But that also should not disturb our mind.
Yes.
Because we are our own self, and that other people cannot make me do something like a puppet, that I become emotional, I become angry, I become this. So this is a thing what you are asking has no answer, except that you have to find out every situation. Can this record, first of all, if you have a meeting for NAC or for inspection, these are the work allotted 1 2 3 4. We must get this department done a plus plus credit. It's all credit of yours that this department has come to this level. And actually speaking, many a times what happens is, we all have a table and many chairs in the department. All the staff are sitting and the students are remotely working. I call it remote working. In fact, the impression comes remotely from the patient's mouth to be shown. all these habits need to be, modified, but modified with the staff's consent, in the sense meeting. I said, this will happen, that five students are yours. You need to look into it. How much inner happiness they will get. This cannot be told, but they have to be realizing it. So as an HOD, your duty is two. One is to see that the department is functional. Second is to groom the youngsters. You're creating a hierarchy. The next person coming and the next many juniors coming, wherever they are, whichever college, they are able to do all the tasks as properly for the college, for the institution. So timely appreciation, timely telling them this is, telling without any emotion that this is not yet submitted. So the deadline is already gone. I request you to do it within 3 days or something. It will be appreciated. Add that word. It will be appreciated. It is difficult to, I told, wherever human factor comes now, it becomes complex. Yeah. So we have just learned that forming is important. That forming stage, we should be with ground rules. Forming stage, you should be clear. And I don't have entrance to the mind and attitude of others. I have only my attitude within my control. उसके ऊपर कंट्रोल नहीं, डीन के ऊपर किसी के ऊपर कंट्रोल नहीं. I only control on mine. So being too soft is not going to get you more votes or popularity. Being too harsh is going to make you a stamp of being, rude. So it is best to have a record, best to know what work has been given, display it sometimes, that this is work given. This is the display itself is a thing that this person has not done. Some people have that kind of attitude to procrastinate, not to do, so more work is not given. And many a times, regular meetings telling them how important it is that they have added value to the department. And if they would not finish, how the DCI or anybody would check it? So that is important. This is not one answer. There is always a gray area, and you have to tackle day to day differently. And first and foremost is respect yourself, love yourself, and forgive others, and forgive yourself. We are looking for worthiness from others. So we are scared. What will he say? What will he say? What will she say? So we look, those are against my group, so I have to be little softer. You have to be soft with everybody, or you have to be strict with everybody, in the sense that strict, not rudely, but strict as strict. So this is only team building that we have done. When we see difficult conversations and mentoring and all, you will see that, mentoring is a very important part of NAC. And co-mentoring, peer mentoring are more important than, and we have different mentors for different things. I have a sports mentor different, academic mentor different, maybe someone whom I can talk to is different. So there are lots of things. Anyone else would like to share something? सिंदूरकर बोलती है कुछ?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Ma'am, initially when I joined Madurai, that time I had a little kind of a difficulty where principal expected me to be in preclinical, purely in preclinicals, whereas my HOD, he wanted me to be in clinics. So the timing used to be clash, and when I be in the clinics, then there will be roundings and all. Then my dean will be getting angry a little bit that why she is not in the preclinical. And when I go to the preclinical, my HOD used to get angry that why she's going to the preclinicals. So I had this, and then I went and I spoke to individually what exactly I'm supposed to do, whether I have to be in the clinic or I have to be in the preclinical. So I don't mind working in both the areas, but at a time I cannot be in the same time. So then I went there and then I spoke to my HOD. Then he said, okay, fine. We will see what to do. But he didn't do anything much. But then he went and then he spoke to Dean that Shilpa is not interested to work. So that is the feedback he gave. So that backfired on me. Then I only had to decide whether I have to be in the clinic or I had to be in the preclinical. Then I went and told, sir, I will be in the preclinical. You give me the complete in charge for preclinicals. Then I let that sink in, whether he thinks that whether I'm interested, not interested, that is up to him. I will work as the task is given. So then that time it was very difficult for those 3 months to juggle between the clinics and preclinicals. In those kind of situation, even I had a quite difficulty whether I have to listen to the principal or I have to listen to the HOD.
See, you realize that both the leader and the group member all have problems.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need
Yes,
to place ours in other person's issue. And unless Shilpa would have got very firm about her decision that I will take one order, either be here or there, till that time they will not solve the problem.
Yes,
So to
ma'am.
be firm
I went
for
and I
yourself.
requested whether you give me the task, but they did not wanted to tell me what exactly I'm supposed to do. So then I have to make my own decision.
Then it went smoothly.
Yes, ma'am. Now they are like, okay, she is interested in there only. Then I started working in preclinicals. Then they had no problem. They reassigned all the work to other people. So then it is fine.
Shilpa, you are Sinnurkar means you are from Maharashtra.
Gulbarga, ma'am.
Gulbarga.
Okay.
Because this is
Yes,
Kar is a very common ending in
yes,
Maharashtra.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So anybody else wants to share anything? See, now I wanted to ask you a few
Yes,
things.
ma'am, even I want to say.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, even ma'am, I face same problem while joining. But then again, I discussed with my HOD, ki principal sir is telling this and sir, you are telling this. So one day we decided we have a meeting. So after having meeting with my principal, HOD and my other colleagues, now it's like that, it's like heaven in my department because everybody is having a pre-planned job. Means I have to do this, he have to do this. And if I'm facing any problem, so I have to approach to my HOD. If it's not getting solved, then only I have to go to the principal. So I think that once we are having a proper communication and we are discussing nicely, so we can sort it out all the problem.
Yeah. This is your talking as a team member, but when you form a team and task, you have to think like this, that these are the problems I face doesn't mean everybody needs to face.
Yeah, ma'am, correct, ma'am.
So Ganpati is from 12th, 19th. So are you that Monday, which Monday it comes, I don't know. So the Ganesh Chaturthi, what I mean is 18th is Monday and 25th is Monday. So 18 should be okay. It's a pre-Ganpati, so you don't want?
Madam, just a small suggestion, madam.
Huh?
Is it possible to keep it on Wednesday, madam? Because Monday is a OP day for us, madam. So while winding it up and coming and winding up cases in the clinic also, it's becoming a little bit
difficult.
Yeah, madam. If
See,
it's
everybody will have a problem for some day or the other. Actually, Dr. Gaurang and all had a problem that they have some other things on that day. Gaurang?
Yes, madam.
Wednesday को चलता है क्या? होता है फेमर?
फेमर के सेशंस होते हैं. एक सेकंड.
ये वेडनेसडे को गौरंग 23rd अपना लास्ट डेट है. वो मीटिंग विद द गाइड का मीटिंग विद द गाइड है और कुछ नहीं है शायद.
वेडनेसडे ठीक है. वेडनेसडेज आर ओके, फाइन. राइट नाउ इट्स ओके. करंट शेड्यूल.
For everybody else?
Monday should be fine because we are okay with Monday.
For me.
Why I kept on a Monday, I'll give you a reason. One is whatever task henceforward we start giving you, you still have Saturday, Sunday to work. And if I tell you weekday, if it is a weekday on Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday will be college, Saturday, Sunday would have procrastinated saying that Monday, Tuesday kar denge. So that was my experience of telling you that have it on a Monday. And also many of us are fresh after the weekend. So is there anybody else having an issue? So can I keep the class a little bit ahead of instead of 6 I can start it at maybe 6:15 and you join at 6:15 only or 6:30. Will that help?
Okay, ma'am. It's okay for me.
Monday is fine for us, ma'am. I think Monday is fine for me as well.
I think it will be better.
Monday is better. So you need to, Siddharth, you need to adjust a little bit.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam.
So what time do you finish? What time do you finish the college?
I come back by 5 o'clock, madam, because Monday is a fresh day for OP. Be it in the practice or be it in the college. And, unfortunately, Mondays we have all our implant surgeries. So it is becoming very unpredictable to exactly wind up by 5.
So you want me to start a bit late?
Yeah, if little bit somewhere around 6:30 or 7, that would be fine.
7 is too late.
7 is too late.
7 is too late.
Actually, madam, what my thought process was, Sunday is okay, but Sunday it's a family time, so no one will agree for that. And Monday, everyone will be a OP day. So I thought in the middle of the week there will be.
Everybody doesn't have OP on Monday only.
No, madam. It's a fresh day. The number of OPs will be more in the clinic as well as in the college. The starting of the week, madam. From that point of view, I'm telling. It's not like OP duties on Monday, madam. Number of patients on that.
Can you all come back to me just now, or maybe text me in the group whether Monday is okay, or you want any other day? Because we have to fix the day, and in between, I would be anyway asking you to come one more time in the week.
Yeah, madam.
As it goes ahead, and if I have not completed something Monday and Wednesday or Monday and Friday, something like that, we will be taking sessions. So I'm just asking you. Why I'm asking you is we need to freeze the calendar for next 3 months.
Exactly.
Faculty also comes to know, faculty who are coming to you either from India, from abroad and all. I'll have to send a letter to them. They have to take the session. Now the entire project, educational project session, it's completely different than your clinical research. Completely, in the sense the way you look at it is different and the way you plan it is different. You're not writing the method first. You'll come to know that. You're planning the end outcome first. Like your competency, what the students have to be competent with. So what is expected outcome? Outcome आया करके indicators क्या है उसका? What is the indicators? And from there you will say that whether this project is what type of a study design. And then you will write the method. It's a little different. So you must attend. There are 5 sessions which will be taken at different intervals. I will in between take a session for you to discuss about what topic you want to take. Think of the topic from now, because somebody is interested in interprofessional education. What is interprofessional education? Some of you may not know. It is it is not only dental surgeons or prosthodontists. It is also not only dental, but it's also medical, nursing, physiotherapy, or to go to an extent medical, engineers, biomedical engineers, or maybe some, all concerned with us, even the stakeholders. If they all learn together, not all topics, they learn together maybe certain designated topics. Like if you learn with nursing students anatomy, or you learn with nursing students some ethics, you come to know they are also learning this. They are also respectable. India nursing is not paid that kind of respect, whereas abroad nursing is paid lot of importance and respect, and they do a lot of work. In fact, the midwives are only there when the delivery occurs. The doctors come only when there is a complication or expected difficulty. So lots of things are there. So interprofessional education is done for various purposes. This is a very crude example I've given you. Some people will be interested in early clinical exposure or novel method of teaching learning. Some people may be interested in curriculum planning. Some people will be interested in making a small module in geriatrics. Don't take the topic as I say, take what is interesting you. Assessment. Now OSCE, OSPE are being applied. So somebody wants to work on OSCE. So there are different methods So I want you to think about it, work on it, and get back to me. What project area? If you tell the area, na, then we have to decide on what aspect of that you want to now filter it out and come as a cone. Like how you write an introduction is broad about the topic, what is known, what do you want to do, and exactly what you want to test. So it's a funneling effect.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please give us a list of what are the possible area actually regarding?
No. See, if I don't want to restrict your thinking.
No. Just a broad area.
Broad areas are teaching, learning, maybe a large group teaching, small group teaching, maybe adult learning principles or something like that. Or maybe I don't want you to go into theories, but maybe it is something else in teaching, learning. Then there can be in curriculum planning, designing, the 6-step approach for curriculum planning, module planning. Then it can also be on assessment, different method. How do you assessment? How do you know that the students have, performing well? How do you, or good governance? Then it can be on leadership. It can be on mentoring. It can be on motivation, internal and external motivation. It can be any topic that you like that will be useful in your institution. Don't take topic which is not useful with you and useful in USA. No. What is important in my institution is I need to apply as in general for all the departments case-based learning, supposing. Then I would involve all the departments, have a focus group discussion, how to do case-based learning, what to do. So these are all more of आपको thesis लिखना नहीं है 50-100 pages का. You have to implement it. That is why it is called as educational innovation project. And by, as we go, introduction of what is educational research, what is the outcome and indicators, what are study designs. See, in education, they do a lot of qualitative research also. In fact, lot of qualitative, but for qualitative research, you require help in the statistics department. Otherwise, you can do research which is quantitative, and the quantitative also can be a mixed method, like, qualitative one part and majority is so all these things are there. It will be, research is research, but in educational research is slightly different than the clinical research. So I wanted you to know. So, see, there are varied people. They look at this, they go back to their colleges last year. They saw what is the need in the department. They discuss with 1 or 2 people. And then somebody came up with a leadership project. Somebody came with a how to make technology work in the education, like using, all of us are there in so many apps, isn't it? Using something in the, and some people came but with motivation. Some people are done with, lot of people did with curriculum modules, lots of people, and also assessment. In fact, the curriculum planning modules and the, you have to search for what is the gap in the DCI curriculum. If that one topic can be given as a module, geriatrics is not given as a module, so we can prepare a geriatric module. I prepared geriatric module for my program, what I did abroad. So what I did was I had a focus group discussion with the people as to why is it essential. Do you think it is essential to teach the undergraduate students geriatrics? Is it, how important it is? And a lot of themes we got, lot of opinions we got. Then I sent a Google form for everybody to answer certain things. And then we thought, okay, now we will make a module. So module kaisa karna hai? How the module incrementally can be applied from the first year. First year, maybe, some exercises to go to the old age home, think of their grandparents and how they can be helped better by the society, by themselves first, by the society, and then also talk about aging and physiology of aging. In the second year, they can also be doing little more in the subject, how they can. So like this, I prepared a module. In third year, they actually treat. Fourth year, they treat. And interns are the people whom I applied it on. So the thing is that interns are available. Interns may not be so available in every college. And you have to take an ethics committee permission. This automatically will come. Don't worry about anything. Automatically, but only tere college mein need kya hai? Are people only doing conventional, traditional method of teaching learning? Do I want to introduce some new method? Large group teaching, large group of 200 people, still very active, interactive, with the help use of mobile phone apps. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? Phono friend, or maybe you cannot use a phono friend there. You can have an app by which they can all answer and the graph comes over there. But you require internet for that, so you have to be internet savvy with the laptop. What? Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to take early clinical exposure. You want to take up something else in education, like small group teaching. In the small group, I want to apply all different methods of group being active with so many different methods are there, fish bowl and other things and all. How the work task is distributed in the small group, how they take part, all those things. So it is too early for you to think about the project, but you keep watching what is there in the college that is the need of the hour, in the department need of the hour. Yeah. So to end the session, what did we talk about? The team, how to make the team and team dynamics. Team building is one. Then to be dynamically functioning, dynamic is something living on the move, not forming alone, not storming alone, and not norming alone, but important is performing. But from before, if I start performing, without all the 3 steps, it doesn't happen. And I need to be a team member and work like a team member. If Virat Kohli always is shouting at the other persons and not doing anything, एक भी गोल लिया, बॉल लिया नहीं, वो जो भी उसको बोलते हैं वो, तो क्या फायदा? कितना स्कोर किया वो फायदा है. Because he is able to score, he is exemplary. So we teachers also as a leader need to be doing it and not dry-handed. Dry-handed, हाथ को हाथ भी नहीं लगाया, लेकिन कोविड में मेरे को अवार्ड मिला. ऐसे कितने जने? बहुत जने. So from next time onwards, we are going to send you a Google form immediately. Probably Chinmay is going to send it now only, just to know your session feedback. Session feedback. Yeah. But session feedback form now, Chinmay, just modify a little bit, add 2-3 more questions. It's not just about the PPT. It's just not about the topic or the content. It's also about your perception, your application. Yeah. What did you learn? I want you to know what did you learn in 3 important words or 3 just normal words. Let's not make it very decorated. What did you learn today? Only 1 point each. Can you tell, Arun?
Ma'am, how to perform as a team? So what are the important facets to make a team and how to achieve goals?
Nirna?
It's important to form a group involving all our colleagues in the department, and it is important to get the task done, but not by forcefully, by taking in a cohesive manner, so that everybody.
Other point other than only the team and for performing, any other point? We talked about something else also.
I'm considering everyone's point of view rather than playing the blame game, madam.
Yeah, and then Meenakshi, apart from all these points, extra point.
Manage my own attitude and not reinforce.
Excellent. Yeah.
What are the roles of the concerned? One member should have one role. What role you have to give it for individual person?
Yeah, understanding other people's strength and weaknesses.
Yeah. Like identify the strength and weakness of each person and give the whatever the things they can do for the teamwork.
Narendra?
One good message you gave, ma'am, is one is believe in yourself, and another thing you said is I can't get the word. I mean, you have to look within before you look out.
Exactly.
about your own strengths. You talked about forgetting and forgiveness
You
also.
respect yourself first.
Yeah, respect yourself.
First, you respect yourself. The world looks at you as you look at yourself.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
And appreciate your colleagues rather than
Appreciate.
criticizing.
Yes. There is one method of leadership called as appreciative inquiry. This is not a leadership method. This is the entire change management which you can get in the institution or get at a workplace. Anybody else who wants to say something? So we need to make, so you didn't answer me. 18th Ganpati is from 19th to 28th.
In between, I have one thing to say. That in our group discussion, there is one tab which share your view on your teamwork. So all of the participants are requested to put their experience. Hello.
Chinmay, can you come on the video?
Yes. And we are unable to get what he said.
Yeah, he's saying.
Yeah. Can you see me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So all of you have to go to
group discussion.
Please write your name first of all. All of you in your Google this thing, write your name so that it comes on the screen. Even if you are muted now, then it comes that Suhasini Nagda. Anand Kumar Patil, I can see Chinmay. Please write your name. Chinmay, you tell them how to write the name. On their video, how we can see their name.
Okay. So you click on your video or simply select on the participant, select your name. You will be option will come rename, edit display name. Are you getting? Click on participant. I will share the screenshot in the group.
Chinmay, here there is nothing like Zoom like participant. Where is the participant?
ऊपर से और सबसे ऊपर राइट साइड ऊपर जो
Hey sir, it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom.
For my mobile, it's on the upper side. So I will share the screenshot. In the group, so it will be more clear.
Sir, our names are displayed.
But everybody's name is visible, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's name is visible.
No, everybody's name is not visible to me.
Only GB is.
That is Gaurang
GB
Baxi.
is Gaurang Baxi. Otherwise, everybody's name is visible, madam.
Okay.
हाँ मेरा GB है या.
Yeah, बाकी सबका visible है.
ठीक है. Okay. सबका visible है तो ठीक है. मेरे को सबका दिखा है. Okay. But, so he wants you to go to the LMS, play with the LMS, and also in the group discussion there is task that's given.
Yes.
Yeah. And now your task is put today's date and on a just type it out what you learned and what is your idea of it is forming, norming, storming and performing. Forming, storming, norming and performing. What is your idea on that? And if you recall now, you will remember it a long time. That's why I'm saying that. Just write one page and submit as an assignment. It's just a beginning. So I'm not going to give you separately any assignment and all. But I want to tell you that 18th, Gaurang and Chinmay, 18th ko, is there anybody have fasting on 18th and all? 18th is a Monday. Can I have a class on 18th then? No. It's one day before your Ganesh Chaturthi.
I'm okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, Ganesh and Gauri is together, ma'am, so we might need one day.
Yeah, that is what 18 to 28 I was thinking that instead of that, we can have double class on the previous weeks or later weeks.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt.
Bolo, bolo.
Can I leave now?
Yes, everybody can leave now. Yeah.
Can you please post whatever date you are fixing is fine with me. I'll come and join. I have no issues.
Okay. It's 8
Thank you.
o'clock. All of us can leave. I will put the
No,
dates.
ma'am, I have another meeting. They're calling. That is why.
Okay, go. You go.
Yeah.
You.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because in Maharashtra and some parts, that Ganpati is a very, very big thing. So we want to know whether to keep, even if one person is not there, now then we don't like to go ahead with the thing, especially educational projects and the other topics what we are taking, principles of education, all will start. So I will let you know which Monday I'm not having. And if I'm not having on Monday, it has to be compensated with a double week. Otherwise, we can't complete what we are doing.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Whatever you are okay with, we are fine, ma'am.
Okay. So did you enjoy the session?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.